Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I think it's going to be titled, How Do Your Friends and Family Really See You? And I think I've done one before with this little set of cards that I found at Walmart. But anyways, let's just carry on because I was really drawn to do it today. The movie Belle, obviously, I've got on my little background, and these are Disney characters as well, so it matched. So maybe you guys are seeing the color yellow a lot, or red roses, white roses, yellow roses. Maybe you're seeing castles or princesses. I don't know. Just trying to validate somebody's signs and synchronicities there. Okay, for group 1, we've got Magic Mirror. For group 2, we've got Prince John, and for group 3, Mother Gothel. And if you're drawn to more than one group, that's fine as well. But we're going to 3 cards from this deck for each. The front of these cards reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, also, if you want to go by crystal, we've got amethyst for group 1, white quartz for group 2, and blue calcite for group 3. If you want to go by that, or the timestamps, everybody's different. Everybody's different. Okay, so I'm going to put these in my little bag. If you don't like watching the process, you can always go to the timestamps that will be below. Also keep in mind, you know, usually stuff comes out besides what I'm trying to do on the title, so keep an open mind about messages coming through. And it could be pertaining to your past, your present, or your potential near future, and also could be, screw that bag, could be talking about people and situations around you right now. Screw the bag, I said. 3 of those tea leaf cards. I love these tea leaf cards. And then, what else? Your angels want to get in on this, I think. Super drawn to see this angel deck. Here's one. So I'll go ahead and put that down. Group 2, please. How does group 2's friends and family see them? Thank you. And group 3. How does group 3's? I saw that on the bottom of the deck earlier. I knew that was going to come out. Okay, I'll be right back with group. Wait a minute. Let's save one more card. We'll be back with group 1. Alright, group 1, if you chose the Magic Mirror or the Amethyst Stone, we're going to put that over here. The back of the card says, and these are just from a game that I found, but anyways, they're not like technically oracle cards. Do not vote against the queen unless you're really sure of the player's alignment. So that's like, I feel like that's saying you're kind of queen of your household though too. Nobody goes against your word. I see the crown right here, but also you could be mirroring a lot of people in your life, a lot of friends and family right now, group 1. And trust me, I know that's not a fun process. Because when you mirror people, you're actively... Yeah, we're not going to go into that though, they said. Okay, so... How does group one's friends and family see them? They are, we've got a tidy house, clarity, and organization. So even though group one, and that's number one, you might not feel like it, but they see that you've got it together in your household. You know, you might like to redecorate or decorate. Specifically, it might be like an OCD thing to change it up every once in a while, but also to like just have it just right for yourself. And people notice that, they acknowledge it. $55. The farther gate, a bold step forward. So in group one, your friends and family see you as a very bold person too. So far we've got, you're really bold, and you have a lot of organization, and you have an immaculately decorated home. You are the queen of your castle. You take pride in it, and it shows. You take pride in how you decorate, your ideas, what you put out there, and it really shows. People do notice, okay? And we've got another number 5 card. Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing. They want me to get a clarity card out of here for that. So let's see. They may see you as really lucky too, and like you always like show up or pop in or message or call at the right time. So the situation goes your way when your attitude changes. Fortune's Wheel, recognize that special someone that's in your heart. Okay, I don't feel like that part's for you. The situation goes your way when your attitude changes. So maybe seeing things from a different perspective on how people see you could help shed a light on something for you that you've been wanting, or that you've been trying to work towards, some sort of manifestation. You could be going through, also I mentioned the front of these cards reminded me of the Wheel of Fortune card. And with the Wheel of Fortune, you have extreme ups and extreme downs, or you know, sometimes they're high, some highs and lows, right? So I feel like you might be on a low right now, and you might feel like, okay, why is this happening? Why is the universe throwing this at me? But it says the situation goes away when your attitude changes. So seeing something in a new light, turning it around from a new perspective. Maybe you feel like the universe is fucking you or shoving a cactus up your rear, but in all honesty, you need to see why. Ask questions. Why is this happening? Why do I feel this way? What's going on? What am I here to learn? You know, if you feel like they're trying to get your attention, ask out loud. Ask and you shall receive. So I see this feather, and it says someone you know is undependable and insincere. And I feel like that could be you with your own that could be how you feel about yourself. Maybe this is why you're watching this read, is because you feel like people look down upon you, or that you're not a very dependable person. That's not the case here though, group one, okay? The bag, something important such as a new job or raise. And I'm putting that over bold step forward. So going towards something. Also the term letting the cat out of the bag comes to mind too. And then we've got casket, someone going out of your life, or the end of a situation. And we've got something important such as a new job. So that's coming over the Fortune's Wheel in this message, right? The situation goes your way when your attitude changes. And I feel like, because I was speaking about the universe like shoving its foot up your butt. You're at the end of that situation. And I think this is what you're actively trying to do, is change your attitude, change your mindset, and not hold it, not fully hold the universe accountable for your demise at this time. What else we got here? The Sage. You are a wise sage in your household, you know? You might not feel like it, but Well, it's going to start happening. Maybe people are going to start looking up to you. The people in your household are going to start asking you for guidance, realizing that you are, you know, I feel like you're feminine energy. I feel like you're a mother of the house, queen of the house, and they're going to start being, it all happens in due time, right? With luck and the right timing. But if you're struggling with the people in your household not doing things how you would do them, or doing things when you want them to do them, or whatever it is, this too shall pass, okay? Also, something about automatic writing or writing down manifestations, taking a different approach to the manifestation aspect. He's got a peacock feather here. So your friends and family, I feel like they feel maybe you could possess a little more self-confidence in yourself. And we were getting this under bold step forward, possessing self-confidence. There's something there, maybe this has already happened for you in passing over the past few days or weeks, that you're taking accountability for and you're no longer like pointing a finger. You're a very tender soul though, group 1. You're very mothering, I feel. And this could be, okay, this came out on TikTok earlier, I think, about mothering your inner child, because that will help you with your self-confidence. Let's see what this says. Speak gently to yourself. Cherish the child within. Yeah. So when we say things to ourselves like lower vibrational words like, oh, I'm so stupid, I know I'm weird, I'm kind of crazy, you know, that's dimming that inner child in you, group 1. You've been here several times. You were probably a sage in a past life anyways. You've been here several times. You've got an immense amount of cosmic knowledge inside of you. Your team would like, maybe it's just a time for rest at this time too, because we've got tenderness, being gentle to yourself, and repairing the mind, body, and spirit as you go through this detox. Oh, they want me to see what's on the bottom of the card. Treasures hidden in the shadows. So this could be, okay, we're going a different turn here. All right. Also working with your shadow self and doing your shadow work, letting the shadow self come out. Your spirit team would like you to know that they will not let you be enveloped by that darkness that you know your shadow self entails, okay? Look at this, treasures hidden in the shadows. And she's got this dark thing, and it's like she's coming up out of the darkness into the light. And then I think your shadow self and your inner child is somehow intertwining, or they go hand in hand is what I'm hearing. And it's like hand in hand, and it's really out of balance, and it really needs to come to balance. And in doing this, it's going to help your masculine and your feminine energy balance as well. This is something that you tried to do in a past life. This is what's stemming over from a past life. You didn't get to finish this lesson, or this they want you to look at it as an adventure. You didn't get to finish this adventure. You didn't get to step across that finish line. But it's going to happen with the luck and the right timing, with the fortune's wheel. And we've got the divine matrix. The divine matrix is guiding you, okay? And it could be time to replenish. Okay, you could be running really on like fumes right now. Oh my gosh, but look, the next card, number 5, movement toward adventure. Oh my God, and then look, ancestral wisdom. Group 1, I am excited for you. I'm gonna cry. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna get through it, and you're gonna do the lessons that you're supposed to. It's like, maybe your resistance is that you're trying too hard to figure it out, when you just really need to just sit and be and let things happen. And maybe even let your mind wander. That's it. You need to let your mind wander. Of course, you know, pull it off when you're trying, you know what I mean, like harm to none, right? So if something comes up and you're getting a little petty or irritated with a friend or family member, you can reel that back in, right? But it could have something to do with childhood too. Let's see what this card is. Prioritizing. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. This is Archangel Metatron. So if you've been wondering what angel you should call upon to help with whatever process you're going through right now, it's Metatron. And he's showing you signs. His signs to you are geometric, okay? So like here, for instance, on here, there's diamonds, diamond shape on this, any kind of geometric symbol or pattern anywhere. I've got them all over my house, actually, that I noticed. But Archangel Metatron, prioritize these at this time. This is essential for you, Group 1, okay? But all in all, you're needing to speak gently to yourself, see yourself differently, because people do not see you as undependable. That's not how they see you. They see you as a mother, a figure who is very proud of their household, who takes pride in the organization in it, takes pride in the decorative things, takes pride inside and out. Oh, okay. So what they're saying is that you're so proud of the home inside and out, but now, like, your vessel is your true home, because this is where we reside, right? So you're needing to take pride inside and out of your vessel, inside your vessel and outside of your vessel. Final card, outcome for this. Repairing the mind, body, and spirit. Yeah, because you have an immense amount of knowledge inside of you. A lot. We've got Sage and Wisdom, number 22. That's a master number. And you have like 55 down here. So that's amazing, Group 1. Ooh, you're healing inner child, though. Be devoted and committed to the process. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on them. Don't give up on the universe or your spirit team either. They're asking you, okay? There's some mirror magic coming through too. I know there's something where you can look into a mirror with a candle in a dark room with only a candle lit, and you stare into a mirror. So you might be able to, you might have already done something like that or been thinking about doing some sort of mirror magic. Okay, Group 1? All right, loves, this is all I have for you. Oh, and if you're finding feathers, it's from a deceased loved one, okay? And if you're not seeing the feathers, you probably will start after this, after you watch this. But also, I feel like they're sending them to you, but you're just too up in your head about things that you're not seeing them, okay? Just an FYI. And last moment, I was really called to pull this card, which is nature, okay? Child and nature. Friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. So she's holding a rabbit. Maybe you're seeing rabbits a lot. Getting out in nature, getting grounded, but your inner child would love to be around animals more. Maybe try to plan a trip to a zoo. We just went to an OKC zoo. My inner child loves the zoo. We go to the Tulsa Zoo several times a year too. And if it's you and a family, like a family of 4, it's like $48 to get in. And you can take wagons and coolers. You can take your own lunch. Look at this bag on top of this car. So maybe planning a trip, getting outside into nature would be very beneficial to you at this time, Group 1. Okay, this is all I have for you. Loves to you all, dear ones. And this too shall pass. Love and light. Group 2. Okay, if you're coming from Group 1, I wouldn't be surprised, because I'm just noticing he's got a crown here in Group 1. Had a crown mentioned, but we've got Prince John, so maybe you were drawn to him, period. Favorite, character in the movie when you were little, or maybe you were drawn to the name. Let's see. This is just a game card. They're not actual oracle, but I want to see what this says. Act as the decision maker should the gathering's vote end in a tie. If you are vanquished, pick a successor to receive the crown card. So I feel like a lot of people will come to you when they're having a hard time making a decision. They come to you for advice, your opinion. Oh yeah, of course, if you chose the clear cords or the white cords, I don't know what it is, but anyways, it's something, right? All right. How do your friends see you? Group 1, group 2, I'm sorry. You're group 2, regardless of what I say. Oh, your guardian angel wants to come in too here. Okay, we've got eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. So what comes to mind is that you're like, you say to your kids or whomever, you know, I'm watching you like a hawk, like I see everything, or I feel like you're a feminine energy, so I'm going to say mama knows all, mama sees all, right? You're just very intuitive, and you know kids, you know when they're up to no good, right? But I mentioned that you are someone who people like to come to you for advice, clarity on things, and I feel like you help them rise above the fray, group 2. Like, much like group 1, you're sitting on an immense amount of knowledge and abundance. Let's see what these next cards are. Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. So practice what you preach is coming to mind. If you were to give advice to someone, intuitive advice, and you're like, you know, the bed is coming to mind. You really need to rest. You need to really take time out and just take a break, disconnect, cuddle up with a good muck. Or maybe you want to go cause a muck somewhere. I don't know. Maybe your inner child is like, let's go fuck some shit up. But taking time off, reading a good book, writing poetry, writing in a journal, sipping a nice cup of cocoa or coffee or tea, whatever. Or, you know, 2 shots of whiskey. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. So, okay, I'm not laughing at you, but you could literally have narcolepsy here. Hello, how are you? Falling angel, though, I'm really drawn to read the book meaning on that one, though, for you, my love. So, where the hell is the book? There it is. Thank you. Number 19, which breaks down to 10, or number 1. Falling unconscious, spiritual narcolepsy. You are being cautioned now to not fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations. As you fall, you pick up speed, heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need to do to stop being a falling angel is spread your wings to halt your descent and then find an updraft again. Also, the need for rest and renewal is coming to mind too. It's like highs and lows, and when you're on it, you're on it, and you just want to keep going and keep going and keep going. But there is a point where your body, or there are signs around you, messages from your spirit team, from your angels saying, hey, we've got to slow down a little bit. We need to drink some more water. Learning to see the signs and take that before you go so hard that the universe is like, all right, they're not going to rest, so let's make them rest before they give you a sinus infection or strep throat or whatever it is, you know. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interest in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of falling. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is ripe. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. But also, so this read is entitled How Your Friends and Family See You, and it's actually mentioning friends or family who are ready to use you for their pleasure only and only have their own interests at heart. So maybe taking a quick view at your friend circle, like who only reaches out when they need something, who only reaches out when something benefits them or they're calling to ask a favor, Who reaches out to ask you how you're doing? Who reaches out to, maybe they send sporadic funny little memes or inspirational messages to you, you know? It's up to you to discern those people here, right? Okay, and look here, wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Wow. The next one is heels. There will be obstacles to overcome, and this could be a big obstacle for you, is taking the time to rest. Like, I personally have a hard time to just stop and rest, but I realized, like, because it's so easy to pop open an energy drink or drink a few more extra cups of coffee and keep going. Like, oh, I've got so much to do, and I've got all these hills to go over and around. Something about May, though. This seems like a river to me. So May is when you're really going to... Oh, it could be. May could be that coming up when you are, when your spirit team is trying to put you on your ass because you're not resting and going through a renewal. And even me personally, throughout my day when I'm here at home, excuse me, after I do this read, I'm going to smoke and I'm going to chill and I'm going to watch my favorite show and maybe read this Earth Angel book I just found on my bookshelf. But anyways, maybe, yeah, what I'm trying to say is here, I take several times out of the day because I'm very blessed to be able to be at home and just deal with my home life. I don't have an outside world really to deal with, and unless there's appointments or something about school calls up, right, for my kids' school. But I have to take several breaks throughout my day. Energetically and physically and mentally, I have to take breaks 3 to 4 times a day in between things, and that's okay. And the message came through to me the other day, and I feel like this is a strong message for you as well, group 2, is that we did so much, and we're in this lifetime. This is the one. This is the humdinger here where you're going to overcome several of the life lessons and learn those things that you were not able to follow through on a past life. And so, yeah, your soul is tired. It's okay. I mean, unless there's some sort of underlying medical condition, don't get me wrong. If you feel like you need to go to the doctor, go to the doctor. But your soul is tired. And they're like, we're going to do it right this time. Okay, we're going to do it right, and we're going to rest when we feel the need to rest. Wow. Yeah, your guardian angels. You are not alone. You could be finding feathers. There was a feather in group 1 too. So I'm looking up the spiritual meaning behind the feather as well. They just asked me to draw another card from that deck. So we've got the eye here and the crescent moon. So you might be seeing those. Yes. Maybe you were a shaman in a past life, or you're feeling shamany in this life, but they're saying please trust in the higher forces. Please trust in these messages that you're receiving. There could be, mentioned somebody could actually have narcolepsy, and there could be, use that to your advantage. I think you already are, though. Something about May. Could be May 19th, 25th, or the 18th. Could be of significance. Some sort of renewal, though, a refreshment. Oh, and the word renewal is there, too, for May, is what I'm feeling here. And we've got forgive yourself. Something needing to be forgiven. Following the golden rule. And this is going back to treating others how you would want to be treated, right? And maybe this is a reflection of how past life. Maybe you weren't so friendly in a past life. Maybe you weren't so friendly to that person who's trying to come between you. But this could be stemming from a past life situation as well. Past lives keep popping up here today. Let's see. Okay. Back on course here. Your friends and family love to come for you and maybe you even help give them messages from the higher forces and their divine spiritual team. We've got the owl here, and of course shaman. They're wise, right? North node is coming to mind. Somebody needs to look up their north node because that outlays your destiny and your actual main reason why you came back to Earth this go around, okay? And your guardian angel says, divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. And there's a sense of balancing here. Balancing. I feel like there's another card here. I need to get more on the situation. A wish is granted. Is it you? I think it's you. Regard your failure as a means to strengthen your character. Keep your mind clear. I just took that one because it was stuck in my deck on this one. Flowery words should not be trusted. Now is the time to undertake something. Okay, flowery words should not be trusted. And look here. In that book meaning was talking about a friend who's a friend or family member who only uses you for their benefit, right? And we can't hold that against them, though. They might not even realize how selfish they're being when they only reach out whenever they need something from you, you know. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. So I feel like this could pertain to both. Something trying to come between you and another person in your life, and also something's trying to come between something that you want. I think that's a validation for somebody on something right now there. You already know. You've got rest and renewal here, and you've got silence here. She's out in nature, though. You know, I used to have dreams that I would wake up in my dream, and I was on the floor. I was on the ground in a field several times. It's really strange. I'm wondering if I wasn't a freaking tree in a past life. But anyways, rest your mind. Silence is good self-care. So this could be, okay, also resting your mind. It comes to mind that there could be something about this whole situation. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend. Flowery words should not be trusted. Somebody is only seeking you out when it benefits them or when they want something. That could be for somebody specific. That's something that you constantly worry about anyways. So you could be, if this is something that you worry about and you have your guard up and you're very offensive towards people because you're like, you've already got the mindset that, oh, they're just trying to use me. You just want something from me. This could be stemming from a past life as well. Also, what's coming to mind is that please be careful with that mindset, because you are bringing it into you. You're making it flow towards you. You're making people come towards you that only want to use you, if that makes sense. Woo, goodness. Okay, so it's just time to finally surrender. He's got his arms open, and it's like spirit up here, finally surrendering, trusting in higher forces. Just surrender. And sometimes they might just be waiting for you to actually say, okay, spirit, okay, guides, okay, angels, I surrender. I hand it over to you. Thank you for taking this from me. Thank you for taking the burden off my shoulders. It's time. It's time. And you've got plenty of time left in this life. Somebody may be fearing that their time is almost up. That's not the case, okay? The journal on the bottom of the deck here. Be brave and honest. Okay, so I'm putting that over, follow the golden rule. He's holding, every time I see a sword, there's another rose, by the way. Every time I see a sword, I feel like that's like truth, you know, the sword of truth. Because sometimes our words of truth can really cut deep into people. But sometimes it's necessary, and it is very much needed to help them project them onto their right path of healing and mending. But there may have been some time where you said something really it was truth, but the way you spoke it was not friendly at all. Treat others how you would want to be treated. But also, in my opinion, I want people to be truthful and honest with me. So if I'm that person speaking in a manner, speaking the truth in a harsh manner, because my ego likes to, you know, get a little aggressive, it would have been a bold choice for that person previously to say, hey, you know, I get what you were saying, but the way you came at me was not well received. So it's all about communication and being open and honest with people around you. So if you're, maybe there's someone a friend that you feel like you can't be open and honest with. And if you feel like you can't be open and honest and you're worrying about how they'll receive you, or if you're worrying about something, maybe it's time to cut those ties. Don't worry about it though. Diving into a task, trying to stay busy, overlooking something, tidying your home. But this is moving out of stagnation for you, group 2. This too shall pass. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Increasing your efforts means following the signs and listening to your higher self when it's time to rest, when it's time to speak truth, when it's time to reach out and be honest with people on how they made you feel, or, you know, maybe if you're afraid that you made somebody feel some type of way, so reach out and say, hey, when we had this conversation and I gave you this information, you know, I'm sorry if that made you feel some type of way. Maybe you're needing forgiveness from that person. But silence is good self-care. Watch that mental chatter and try to drop down in that heart center a little more, because unintentionally you could have projected some really not so great manifestations at this person. You had a hand in their potential demise. You might not realize it. You put your, like, it's like you had one foot there and one foot and being like, ugh, I can't fucking believe she said that. That's just fucking shitty. And going from there and letting your mind wander, like, oh, I hope they get a flat tire tomorrow on the way to work, or, you know, whatever it was. Those thoughts became reality and you manifested something to that person, okay? But it's okay, because they forgive you. And you should forgive yourself. Whoa. What the fuck did I just say? Where did that come from? And you are full of wisdom. You already know, okay? Whatever this is going on, though, it was written in the stars and it was supposed to happen. There's another card here. Peace. You will find peace and solace in something. There's peace and meditation, rest and renewal. Peace and meditation. All right, group 2, this is all I have for you, my loves. I hope it helps. I hope it resonated. We kind of went off the subject there a little bit, but that's okay. That's how it goes. We do what spirit wants, right? Love and light. My goodness, you guys, it's almost 2 o'clock already. I really hate waking up late. Anyways, I guess I needed the rest. Group 3, Mother Gothel, or the blue calcite. I think it's blue calcite or malachite. I think it's calcite, though. And what the other side, this is not an actual oracle, though. It came out of a game, a Disney game. Every night, you lock a player away. This locked player cannot be vanquished. Oh. By Team Mischief. Interesting, group 3. Every night, you lock a player away. You could be... Like, what comes to mind is going around and making sure all the windows are locked and the doors locked and the lights are turned off. You know, it's like some sort of evening or nightly routine. You're definitely a mother, I feel. Let's get some more out here on this situation then. So far, the first 2 groups, a little bit on how your friends and family see you, but most of it's some sort of message, okay? Dream Thief, refusal to call. Crown Games, right use of power. Netcaster, preparations coming to fruition. Well, just as I suspected. All right, group 3. So they want me to advise that there could be trigger warnings on this. They could be fixing to tell you something that you're not quite ready to hear yet. But That's on the message part, okay? There's a lot of resistance here in the need to completely cleanse into purity, into a state of purity, okay? Getting grounded. I can almost feel those trees between my fingers. The void. It's like you're refusing the call to come out of the void into the light. There's a need to get grounded here, and there's some kind of fear. There's some kind of fear that's preventing you, okay? You might think you're using your discernment on the situation, but it's literal fear coming from the egoic mind. This ego is really keeping you caged in. Holy cow. Some sort of new realization, though. It's like, okay, you see her and she's, you know, got her head in her lap, and there's a light, though, and she's like out here fending stuff off, trying to keep things away, trying to control, but projecting herself. I feel like she's projecting herself as a martyr, like, oh, she did so much for so many people, and she's doing all these good things, but really it's like you're not really seeing the light, okay? You're letting that fear consume you, the ego consume. And this little inner child is just wanting to be released, wanting to be held, wanting to be loved again, wanting to be talked gently to and nurtured, okay? And it's like this light here is the realization. So this ego is keeping you from realizing. It's keeping you from realizing that this is where we need to go. That we got to come out of this. Because you're very alone right now. I feel group 3. You're very alone in the world. You could be saying that I'm lonely. Nobody calls me. Nobody comes over. Nobody visits. You know, and this could be a realization. But the strong resistance here, getting out in nature, getting grounded, doing the things you know your higher self is calling you to do, to get out in nature, to dance, to move, to be playful, to be joyful. But there's that resistance because she thinks she's doing everything. She thinks she knows better. Go out, get your nails done. Paint your nails. Do something nice for yourself. Let that inner child play. She wants to come outside. She wants to come outside and play. She needs to get some sun on her skin. She needs to feel the wind in her hair. Wow. Really, really needs to get out there, okay? And this is not the right use of power when we're boiling full steam ahead on the egoic side of things, the darker side of things. This is not the right use of power. Crown chakra being wide open, third eye, you know, I feel like group 3, you're in the know of manifestation, you know, casting spells is very real for you, but it's not the right use of power. You're using it for wrong. You're using it out of fear. It's time to put a pin in it, okay? And you're breaking that chain. It's time to break that chain from past lives, generational things. Be the change you want to see, okay? Maybe your mother did not, maybe your mother growing up was like this self-centered, egotistical woman who only seemed to care about herself and how she looked and how you kids made her look, okay? You have to be the change you want to see. You don't want to be that, but I feel like you're being worse than what your mother was. You're being worse, okay? Trigger warning, I told y'all, okay? Also, it says chain events that will affect your life. And like I was mentioning here, like nobody calls, nobody visits. Maybe something's going on. It's like something keeps happening to really put a blip in your day, okay? It could be little stuff like, I don't know, something happening with a wire in the house and the electric going off and it taking a bit of time to get it fixed. I say wires because I see all these wires here. Stubbing your toe as you're walking through the living room. I don't know, just something that's trying to get you to like snap out of it. Okay, look, yeah, lightning. Everything but lightning striking right in front of you. Control your anger or you will be sorry. As I put this over the right use of power. What's this next card? The Lady. You know, it's like you need, like, there's a sense of coming out of this. And coming into more of a nurturing aspect of things. Letting the ego go too much over, okay? Knowing that everyone has value, including you. No matter what you've done or how you've treated people. What was this card? The Pen. And actually, like that Disney or that fairy tale where they prick the finger on the spindle, that's what's coming to mind. Preparations come to fruition, a new job or new career. This could be like some sort of means of income that you've been trying to manifest for yourself to help you with this sense of independence. What's on this side of the card? Decide for yourself. Exercise your right to choose. It's your right to choose. Do you want to be here all the time? Or do you want to go and listen to that inner child that's trying to pull you towards the light? Your angels have a message here. Courage. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Refusal of the call. I'm going to read the book meaning on that one. Number 8. And for somebody in group 3, this could be something about your past too. This could have all happened, you know, keep in mind that it could be your past, your present, or your potential near future. But also not just talking about you, but this could be like maybe it's your mom that is dealing with this, or you dealt with early childhood with your mom. I mean, it could be somebody around you, okay, or a mother figure. Leadership, responsibility, accountability, right use of power. Yeah, there's a sense of needing to take accountability and ownership for the things that were said or done. There is a game of power played by all people, whether they're conscious of it or not. It concerns who has it and who doesn't, how to get more of it and not to lose that which you have, how to wield it wisely and not to get drunk with it and cause harm. And I feel like that's exactly what you might have done, is that you got really drunk with power and fear and you were trying to instill harm onto other people. Like, maybe you're the one that was trying to cast something out there for someone to stub their toe or get a flat tire on the way to work, you know? And when you're not dealing intentionally from the heart center, because that's not heartfelt, that's not heart center, it's coming back to you. And look what you did. A chain of events that will affect your life. That's karma, baby, and it's coming back towards you. Whatever you cast out there, it's going to come get you. It's going to come out of the darkness, and it's going to bite you. It's going to bite the hand that feeds it, because you do feed into that fear. You feed into that ego side. If you're still with me and this hasn't been resonating, please hang around, because I'm being told that there's still a valuable message here for somebody, okay? You want to be on top, the best, the most effective, the most beloved. You may discover that your deep desire to help others is disguising the underpinnings of this complex game. Power in all that it entails. It's funny how it's talking about underpinnings, and we've got the pin card right there. It can be both dangerous and productive, destructive and redemptive. Which will it be for you? Can you forgive without condoning and keep your dignity when challenged? Will you be accountable, amendable to change or make amends? So if this is someone who's dealing with their mother figure, or, yeah, could be a father figure too. If you're someone who's dealing with this or had dealt with this, I feel like you're reflecting on your inner child trauma, on your childhood trauma. you know, and it's like everyone has value, even though they're coming from this place. It's not them, because this is really them. This is all of us, this light, right? They're just blinded to it right now, and there's this sense of needing to forgive, and you will forgive, and it's okay to not want to forgive right now. Having the strangest fucking sense of deja vu. But anyways, can you let go of your need to rescue others? Lead with humility while letting others discover their way home. Now you're learning the empowerment comes with a price and a sacrifice for sovereignty. This is a time to pick your battles. Use strategy and temper your reactions. You have the power to make a beautiful difference on behalf of others. Can you see power as a currency that you must spend judiciously? True power is stewarded wisely, for it is given from the divine, not from the ego. In all your relations, the greatest beauty is when power is shared. If you are in a higher position, it's even more important to be kind and respectful. Ask for guidance. It will come when you choose compassion over your own goals and desires. When you stop caring about who wears the crown, true success and influence appear for you. When you stop worrying about who wears the crown, who's better than who, you know, like having that sense of, ha ha ha, look at me. I dress better than that lady over there. Look at what she's wearing. Oh my God. I wouldn't be caught dead in public with that. Whoa. Where I think I just channeled somebody or something, but that was a slight example of what you have the right to choose. You have the choice to see things that way and be that malicious, or you have the right to choose, oh, well, she must be really comfortable with herself and not give two fucks what other people think if that's what she's wearing in public, because I personally would not wear that in public. And then there's something under, you have value yourself too, because there's something under there that needs to be released on self improvement and confidence. Okay. I didn't pull these fairy messages for the other groups, but let me see here. Okay. A significant birthday holds the answers to your questions. So when I see significant birthday, I feel like it's like, you know, like 30, 40, 50, 60, you know, those kinds of birthdays. Or it could be the birthday of a grandchild or a child too that's coming up for you. Maybe it just passed. Maybe there's something you're wanting to, you have goals set in place that you want to have for by the time, say, for example, for me, by the time I turn 41, I want to have 6-pack abs. I'm getting there though, okay? 6-pack abs. I want to be in the best fit shape of my life. I'm healthy inside, but I need to gain more strength because I'm a little puny right now. Or maybe you want to be pregnant and have a kiddo by the age of 32 or whatever it is, you know. The birth of a child brings great blessings to you and the world. And look, birthday. So a definite birthday is very significant for somebody here. Where did that one card go? Oh, it's right here, but look here. Look at this. Holy crap. Look at this. They both have wings. Exercise your right to choose. You have the right. You have the choice to walk in the path of light or the path of darkness. And as you walk in this path of darkness, you're creating a chain of events that's not going to be really great for yourself, okay? Or for that person. Whatever is going on here. Oh my gosh. Everyone has value, okay? Closing the door on this, though. It's time. It's time, it's time, it's time. And we've got Magician Sword in reverse. You might be feeling like you're in the void, like you're not connected with spirit, you're not getting intuitive messages. This is a refusal of the call. This could be because you used your power for ill intentions. Getting Get to know your ancestors, though. Give an offering of your ancestors, but also everyone has value. Your ancestors are coming in here. This could be parents you're needing to forgive. You see her standing on top of this huge mountain here. Yeah, look here. On the bottom of the deck, I've got choices and their fucking consequences. Choices and their consequences, okay? But it's now up to you. You might like to hoard stuff too, but we've got 2 keys here. That's funny that there's 2 keys instead of 1, because usually we're the only one that has the key to open, right? We're the one that has the key to open. And look, there's a keyhole here. Realization. Out of the darkness into the light. Oh, the 2 keys are representing the light and dark, the ego and the higher self, I feel here. Protecting the future. Could be having dragons come up quite a bit too. Yeah, Herald of Change, Horseman. They want me to read the book meaning to that one too. So let me check this out. I stopped on number 44 though, because 44 might be a significance to someone. Maybe that's the age. Good news. Caution, Herald of Change. When the horseman appears, he is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows the bad news. Your task is to point out the beautiful when others see only the ugly. Okay. This does not mean become giddy or blindly optimistic, but rather reminding yourself that every storm cloud has a silver lining. I feel like this is what it is, group 3, is that you're very pessimistic. And you don't see the beautiful. You choose to stay in the ugly, and that you want to see the ugly in everything. But this is heralding a change. There's something that's going to happen that's going to come in really fast. They want me to pull tarot on this now. I have a feeling the person that this was actually meant for could be already out of here. You might not have stuck around this long, but we've got the Queen of Swords. So there's something standing in the light of truth, seeing the truth, speaking the truth, being the truth, taking accountability, taking ownership, taking responsibility. Because judgment will be placed upon you, okay? This is you. We had the dragon's hoarding. It's like you've got a bunch of stuff in your life, but you're so discontent and bored with what Spirit is trying to show you. Like you don't even see it, and it's the light. They're trying to show you like choices and their consequences. If you keep going down this road that you're going, it's not going to end up. Look, we've got the King of Swords now. Mother and father figure coming in here. Because you are the magician. You know you have the ability. You have the... You know you have all the tools that you need and the resources. But it's up to you on how to use them. The Lovers. Why did the Lovers come out? Because there's a Tower moment. Something's happening. If you're in union with somebody, there could be an, you know, there could be some bickering and arguing going on. Something that's leading to some sort of an emotional release. But this relief is happening for the betterment, because look what comes out in the end. The light always wins. The light always, the light always wins. Oh, goodness. And there's an end to something, okay, that's finally ending. It's like this person, and I'm not saying these are all group, you know, whoever's watching this. I feel like, yeah, it's somebody that's dealing with this kind of parental figure, but you see how he's on his horse and there's all these people on the ground and he's just walking over them. There's a crown right here and there's a spiral there too, but he's just walking over them. The Pope is right here too, actually, and the sun rising back here. But it's like he gives no fucks. Like he's gonna step on other people and do elbow and jive to get where he needs to go. But there's the sense of needing to fill your cups up with better emotion here. Get out of the fear and anger and resentment. He's handing a child a cup full of flowers. Maybe you feel like you're very defensive and you're having to fight off a bunch of stuff already anyways. So when we're expecting we're having to defend ourselves constantly, then we bring the people into our lives that make us need to defend ourselves, okay? When you focus on what you don't want, you bring it in. Anything else here? Group 3, the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes, though. This is part of your karmic something, okay? Maybe that's what it was, going into the void, going into the darkness, but now it's up to you to heal yourself and come out and come into the light. This is what you've been trying to do over several lifetimes. Past lives have been coming up quite a bit, okay? Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. There's a couple more messages here. I can't stop going. I have to do what Spirit compels me to do. Rose without thorns. You have the right to your joy, peace, sweetness, and life. And I feel like group 3, whoever you are, whoever you're dealing with, this is not what they feel. They're not seeing joy or having joy or peace in their life. It's time to lighten up. Lighten up and lighten your load. Lighten your load. It's not yours to carry. This is a significant transformation for you. And like it said right here, the birth date, a significant birthday or even a birth into the family was very beneficial. It's crucial. It needs to happen. It will happen. Let's get another card on that real quick. What did I do with that deck? I've just been pulling cards left and right here. I don't even know scratch my freaking watch or wind my ass. Let's get one more fairy message for this on how all right, the answer to your question involves your daughter. Okay. Transformation, my loves. And on the bottom of the deck, I've got patience, please. What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unseen factors at work right now, okay? Group 3, I don't know who this was for. I'm curious. If it resonated with you, please don't feel offended on anything I said. I was just speaking the messages that I saw at that time, okay? So there's nothing from me personally directed at the viewer. There's no judgment here, okay? This too shall pass. They're giving you the courage to do this. The courage to come out of this fear and to stand in this realization. To come out of this void and go into the light. Okay, group 3? I hope it helps. Love and light.